during regular class hours. So it is an interesting event. Okay, so it's not a regular lecture. It's an interesting event. So I will go to Kamal. So Kamal will briefly explain you about this event. So I request everyone to participate here because it is an interactive event. Okay, it's not like a guest lecture where you are going to listen. This is completely you have to speak. Okay, you have to speak it completely. So I will over to Kamal. So Kamal will. Yes, Kamal.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. We
Okay.
also
So
have Abhishek here. So can you make him as a co-host, sir?
yes, yes. Abhishek. Yeah.
Thank you,
I
sir.
made. Yes.
Okay. So a very good morning to one and all present here. It is indeed a great pleasure to welcome you all for the second event of Microsoft Club. The event title is, Ask Us Anything. So let me just, start with the welcome speech, which is, with the blessings of our founder chancellor, Dr. Colonel, Dr. JPR, we are organizing this event. We, whatever questions you have, we'll be answering them. So before that, I would like to extend my thanks to the staff coordinator, Mr. Vignesh sir, and the STC coordinator, Kishore sir. So let us start the event. First, the Abhishek will be talking a few points on hackathons, and next we'll be taking up your questions. If you wish
Yeah,
to be anonymous, we'll be sharing a link wherein you can post your questions. So in that way, you can be anonymous. Now over to Abhishek for the hackathon session.
good morning, everyone. Good morning. So today we'll be seeing about all the things about hackathons, like why we should participate in hackathon, what are hackathons, what is the need to participate, what are the benefits that we are getting after participating in hackathons, and various other stuffs. Okay. So, sir, I'll share my screen, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so let me share my screen, and we'll start with that. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes,
Abhishek.
yes, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Sure. So once again, a very good morning to everyone present here. Okay, so let's start with interesting topic like hackathons. Okay, so first of all, we'll see what are hackathons, right? So a hackathon is a 24 to 48 hours marathon of building, creating, producing, and delivering a product in a short amount of time. So in a very simple word, what a hackathon is, let me tell you. Hackathon is an event, okay, that can be of 24 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours, maybe nowadays a month-long event, a month-long hackathons are also being arranged. So this is an event where a limited amount of time is being given to you, and in this span of time, you need to ideate, you need to build, you need to submit, right? Now, what does that mean, ideate? Ideate means you need to think upon an idea, right? First of all, you are thinking upon an idea, you are making it on pen and paper. After that, you are starting it to build that project, okay, or starting to build that idea, okay. After building that idea, you are converting that idea to a product, and after that, you are delivering it to the front of the panel of judges or whatever, whoever the administrations of that hackathons are, right? So this all things we do in a very quite small period of time. That is the uniqueness of hackathon. We'll see again like in the various slides like that is present. Okay. So just as of now, a hackathon is just an event where we think of an idea, we create an idea, we create our project, we build that project, we submit that project as a product, and we get valued or we get marked based on our various things, various aspects, right? So this is just what a hackathon is. Now let's move forward. Like we saw that why, like what is hackathon, right? Now of course, the question should arise like, why should we participate in hackathon? There are many other competitions available in the world or this market, right? Why we should participate in hackathon? Let's see that one. First and the foremost thing, just yeah. First and the very foremost thing, just 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. So hackathons challenges us to expand our comfort zone. Now, what does that mean? Let's take an example. We are making our personal project, right? Let's take an example. We are making our project in 1 month, or let's say 15 days. In a duration of 15 days, we are making a project, right? But the same project, when we do for a hackathon or while a hackathon, right? We complete it within the given period of time. That may be 24 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours, right? So you can see the difference. The same project you are doing by yourself in 15 days, and the same thing you are doing in a hackathon in just 24 hours or 48 hours or 36 hours, right? So hackathons challenges us to come out of our comfort zone. Why we are able to do that in 48 hours? Because that particular 48 hours we are just dedicating like completely to our project and this hackathon. That's the need, like where we come out of our comfort zone and we get the things done in very small amount of time, and we get the things done in a very good way, an organized way. So this helps, hackathon helps us to come out of our comfort zone. After that, hackathon provides us a very inspiring learning environment. Why? Because suppose let's say, take an example, you are participating in a hackathon, and in that hackathon there are various teams. Okay, various teams, and various teams are working on different ideas. They have their own innovative and different unique ideas, and they are working on that, right? And you are also doing the same thing. Now, when you are coming to know about what others are doing and how they are doing, what they are using to do that, so this all things tends towards learning, right? You are learning, you are getting in a competition environment where not only you, many people, many teams, like far good than you or far bad than you, they are participating and they are working hard to make that product or the project, right? So this inspires us to just learn and like give our best to do the things, right? So hackathons provides us a very learning environment, very good learning environment, right? After that, in every hackathon, the organizers provide the mentoring support. Okay. Now, what does this mentoring support means? Mentoring support means in every hackathon they provide us mentors, right? Mentors in different domains. Whatever your project domain is, they will be providing some mentors for that. And when you have mentor support, suppose you are working in a hackathon, while a hackathon you are building a project, and you got stuck somewhere at any small point, you got stuck, right? What you will do, as it could be your personal project, you will just wait, you will search on net, or you will take much time to clarify that, right? But there, at that time, simultaneously you can approach your mentor, you can get the things clear, and you can understand the things, how this is happening and why you are getting stuck at that point, and you can get your things done, right? After that, this was the part of your like issues, any you are anywhere you are getting stuck, right? But there also comes few things like you can present your idea to your mentors, and mentor can guide you in a very well directed way, like yes, you should do this way, or you like they help us to improve our ideas, right? So this makes us learn and get the experience, right? So this is what the hackathon benefits are. And after that, of course, better coding skills and motivation to improve them, because whatever your coding skill can be, suppose I am coding and my skill is like let's take an example. I am defining a variable, right? Variable can be defined in many other ways, like simply suppose I want to write name, okay, my first name, right? I can write it in the way like small, in everything is small, right? But there is a culture that the industry is following, like the first first, many methods are there, underscore methods are there. The first letter is small, and the second, like in the first f is small, and in the name n will be capital. So many other styles are there. So this was just an example. So when we see other people code, okay, when we see other people coding, we learn many things from their style of coding, right? Declaring functions, using columns, etc. Many things are there, right? So using these all things, uh, like this all things tends towards our improvement towards coding skills. Okay, and when we see or look into other projects or other teams coding skills, improve that, right? Suppose your friend or any other team is doing in a very different way. Like when you see that, you'll feel that yeah, should be done. Like they are pretty good. They are pretty good in like doing it, right? So this all things helps us to like improve our coding skills, and we get motivation to learn more and to develop more, right? After that, of course, presentation. Now, in a hackathon, not only your building skill will matter. In addition to that, the presentation skill will be mattering the most, because in the hackathon, it's not compulsory or necessary just you build a project and that will be fine. That is not the point. The way you present in front of the public audience or your panel of judges, that is much more important, right? Your presentation skills. So after building, your judges, your presenting skills are improved. Your personal skills are being improved. Your speaking, communication, your way of appearing, everything gets improved, right? So this is also necessary in your, right? After that, of course, there's a point comes networking. So in a hackathon, there are, let's say, various numbers, the 100 number of teams, right? You get to know each other. You make your connections with different developers, different type of engineers, developers, or coders, right? You work with them. You get to know with them. You get to know their ideas, their way of approach, everything. So this helps us in your networking, and that will result in, suppose in further you want to do a project in various, like suppose I'm a person who is into the backend development, but in further, in suppose in a hackathon, in other different teams or other products or any other project, I need a person who is good at machine learning. So if my networking is good, I can get that easily because I have a good network of developers, and there I can approach. Yes, can you please be a part of my team? In like you can work in the machine learning part and all. Like I can handle the back end part. I have the person or the developer who can handle the front end part, and if you can contribute to us in the sense of machine learning, it would be a good team, right? So this helps us, and many a times we get doubts, and while our within our network, okay, we get our doubts very cleared very easily and very fast, right? So this is also important thing. After that, hackathons provide us a skill to work under pressure, because in every hackathons there is a limited amount of time with limited amount of everything, okay, right? So to work on a given span of time is a different thing. Suppose you are same example, you are doing a project, and in that project in your own project, suppose your deadline is to complete it within 10 days. And if you take 12 days also, you will get satisfied. Okay, just 2 days only, no issues. But that 2 days matters most, right? That's what working under pressure. There we have only 24 to 48 or 36 hours, right? And we need to complete it by then, within that time. So that is a different kind or level of pressure that we have, and we work under that. Okay, so we learn to how to work under pressure, how to work under like time span or like time limits, right? So this improves our skill, the working under pressure skills, right? After that, team building skills. Of course, if you are like you have thought of an idea, and that idea you want to build a project based on that idea, and you want to present it to a hackathon, right? Or you want to participate with that idea in a hackathon. So let's take an example, like you have a idea where they'll be leading the front end developers, the back end developers, machine learning engineers, everyone. So you know what people you will be requiring to make that project, right? Suppose there is a web project, of course you will be needing a front end person, a full stack person, or a back end person. And if that project consists of any machine learning ideas or machine learning algorithms, you might need a machine learning person, right? Person who knows about machine learning algorithms. And of course, when you are making a website, you need a good design, a decent design. You need a UX designer, right? So you know this thing. I have a requirement for four people: UI UX designer, front-end people, front developer, back-end developer, and a machine learning engineer or developer, right? So you have this people requirement. This all results in like making the team building skills. Like what skills you want in your teammates? Okay, in your teammates, what skills do you need? So this all tends towards making a good team building skill, right? After that, team working skills, of course. And suppose let's take a previous example. I have in my team, I have a front UI UX designer, a machine learning engineer, and a backend engineer. Okay, so we all now working as a team. We know what to work and how to work. Right? Suppose if I am a backend developer, So I'll know where to work and what technology stacks I am prefer or I am comfortable to work with. Similarly, and what other people like what my friend that guy is doing or front-end developer is doing. So this all tends towards team working skill, our own like mutual understanding, our like working with team skills. Like it's very important while doing a big project or like a bigger scale project, right? After that, of course, like feeling of accomplishment. When you complete a project or a product within a given period of time, let's say 24 hours or 48 hours, you feel very good about it because you are the person, you have contributed to that particular project, and that project now you can see it live. Not only live, you are presenting in front of 100 people as well as a five or a panel of judges, right? That is a different level of feeling that you can have after completing and presenting that, right? So this is what the feeling of accomplishment. After that, of course, improve our resumes because we are adding projects to our portfolio, and by chance or like if we our product or project is that up to mark, our like project can get selected for the top projects. So we can, this is an accomplishment and this is appreciation that we can add it on our resume. Suppose here I am XYZ hackathon, runner at this XYZ hackathon, or top five teams or top five projects in this hackathons, right? So this improves our skill. And when you will be building live projects or real world projects, you will get many other skills, and that will improve your resume, and that will like directly reflect to your career growth, right? Or in your interview, you can just use that things to like gain a good image in front of your interviewer, right? After that, in nowadays in many hackathons are like a recruitment process, right? Many companies, what they are doing for recruiting candidates or for recruiting developers, they are organizing hackathons, and in that hackathons, whoever the winners are, they are directly interviewing them, and they are directly after interviewing, they are directly, if they are selected, they are recruiting it to their company. So while you are participating in hackathon, many companies have eyes on you. Like this is the team. Okay, in this team there are four developers, and they are like pretty amazing. They have very good skills of development as well as the management, as well as the like thinking capabilities, every aspects of life and terms, right? They are good. So they have an eye on you. And if they think like, yes, they are up to the mark for our company, they will call you for directly for your interview. No coding round, no aptitude round, nothing. They can directly call you for the interview process, and they can get you done with your job, right? So hackers can land you with a good, decent job, right? After almost have a prize money for all the top teams. Okay, this is like secondary thing. Main thing, the experience and the knowledge that you are gaining out of hackathon. After that, there are of course squads, goodies, t-shirts. There are okay. All things we get out of a hackathon. So this was all about why we should hackathon. We have seen many points, like we have made so many reasons to participate in hackathon. And let me tell you, out of 100 hackathons, almost 95 hackathons are absolutely free of cost. Cost to participate in hackathons. Some are free of cost.
Yes, unmute. Abhishek, unmute.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
yeah. I guess my network was lost, right? Am I
Yeah.
audible now?
Yes,
Okay.
it's fine now.
Okay. So this point was audible or not? Like, so I could is one.
Yeah, that is breakage in voice due to network issue. That's the issue. But okay, fine. You can continue. Let's see.
Okay. So this were all the points that helps. Like, there are so many reasons for us to participate in a hackathon, right? Uh, so and nowadays, like mostly all the hackathons are absolute free of cost. We don't need to pay any single penny or any cost to participate in hackathons. So just go and participate in as many hackathons you can participate, and not only just participate there. Just make a target. If you win or not, if you lose, doesn't matter. You should complete a single project in particular hackathon, a different project, not only like You can go with, if your idea is pretty big, you can drag it to two or three hackathons. That is quite well, no issues. But if you are doing a small project, just try to complete one hackathon, one project. Doesn't matter. Don't think about winning or losing. Think about your experience that you are gaining, your knowledge that you are gaining out of that hackathon, right? So this was all the points that I can say you should participate in hackathon, for which you can participate in your hackathons, right? After that, let's see the life cycle of a hackathon. So from where to where we go while a hackathon. So in a hackathon, the very first and the foremost step is the ideation phase. Okay, so we are, first of all, we are ideating, right? We are making our idea. We are thinking upon our idea. We are making a draft of it. We are making a flow of it. Okay. Once we are done with the ideation phase of our project, after that, now we know. Suppose I am a team leader and I am thinking upon an idea and I want to participate in an hackathon using that idea, particular idea. Okay. After that, what is the next step? Now I know what is my idea. So of course, I'll be knowing what kind of developers I will be needing, right? After that, I'll be collaborating with the different developers or different teammates, and I'll be inviting them to my team. Just come with. If I don't have a particular predefined team, or previously I don't have a team, I'll invite new candidates or new students to join my team. Okay, and I'll invite according to my needs or my project needs, right? And once my team is formed, after that we will shift towards the design. The third step is designing the prototype of a project, right? And while designing, we are like looking up for the UI, user experience kind of thing, user experience kind of things, and like appearance. Like if you are making a website, how it should look, how it should appear in front of audience or public, and how they should feel, and how they are feeling about, and how they will feel after using this. Okay. Once the design is completed, we come to a prototype. Okay, prototype where we make a blueprint of our project, or flow of a project, how our project will work. Okay, not with the functionalities, not with the codings and all, just maybe a Figma design. We can give like how our project should work, what should be the flow of our project, and that all things. And once that is done, we go to the testing part. Okay, testing part. Okay, so in a prototype, we can also make something like a basic project idea, basic stuff, that idea, basic stuff, and of stuff of like idea, like how you are working off an project is, what technology stacks you are going to use, and everything. Okay, after that we are testing. Once our prototype is completed, we are testing upon that idea, and we are iterating the same thing again. We are making, now we are coding that thing, we are building that thing in our whatever the preferred tech stacks, and that all the things. After making all the things, we are pitching that idea, or we are presenting that idea in front of the judges and group panels, or whatever the judge panels are, right? So this was all about the life cycle of an hackathon, right? After that, there are various types of hackathon. So let me tell you like the few types of hackathon. So first of all, internal hackathons. So what are the internal hackathons? Internal hackathons, let's suppose in our college, suppose like our Microsoft Club is organizing, let's take an example, our Microsoft Club is organizing a hackathon. That is only for our college people or our college students, restricted up to only our college students. That comes under internal hackathons. This is an internal hackathon for our college, organized by our like Microsoft Club, right? So this is what an internal hackathon is. External hackathon is like, where not only like the same thing. Suppose our Microsoft Club is organizing an event or a hackathon, and that is available for our college people, our neighbor college people, SRM, everything. Every college, it is available to participate. So that are external hackathons, right? Anyone can participate there. After that, nowadays it's coming like online hackathons. It's too much. It is acquiring the competitions level. So online hackathons, we can participate online. We can make the teams online. We can participate. We can ideate. We can submit ideas. Everything can do it online, right? After that, offline events, like many companies organize offline hackathons. Many clubs or many communities organize offline hackathon, where we go form a team physically, go over there and make an idea in their venue, wherever they are providing us the venue. Will go there, will make an idea, will build their project in front of them, and will submit them, right? After that, application-based hackathons. Many companies, what they use, suppose many companies, product-based company, they have a product, right? Or they have a software. So what they do is they restrict us. You are participating in my hackathon, in that company's hackathon, and you need to use that application or you need to use that software or their product to build your product, your project. And now you need to think accordingly, like you have to use their project or their application or their software to complete your idea. Using their things, you need to complete your idea, right? Or the project. After that, there are many hackathons that is based on a specific programming language. Okay, suppose there is a hackathon that is based only on the JavaScript. You can't use any other language. Okay, you have to use JavaScript only or the Python only to build that build project in that hackathon. Or there are kind of themes. Suppose we are just coming out of COVID. So many hackathons took place where the theme was only COVID. You need to make you need to provide solutions. There are problems, statements related to just COVID things, and you need to make a project to solve that problems, that theme. So that is called a theme-based hackathon, where you are being provided a theme. You are not you are not free to choose any idea or any theme. They have given the theme or a language, and you need to work based on that. Okay. After that, hackathons dedicated to a particular cause. Suppose same example. Suppose COVID-19 is a cause, right? And we need to like there is a hackathon and we need to make products or projects that is solving the COVID-19 problems, right? So this things comes under uh, like dedicated to a particular cause hackathons, right? After that, hackathons for specific demographic groups, like suppose there are people like suppose you are making projects for some appointed or a targeted community. Okay, or you're a target set of people, a target group of people, a target group of place. Suppose you are making a project for suppose your industrial cities or something kind of that, right? After that, industry specific hackathons where companies just come with that and they tends towards like you need to make this is a hackathon that is just using that particular industry's product, and you need to make and you need to use that and you need to present that. So these all are the types of hackathons. So mostly nowadays online hackathons we are like participating because no offline, very less offline hackathons are being organized as of now. So we can participate in any online hackathon at absolute free of cost. Now let's move forward, and now let's see. Now we have talked all about what is hackathon, why we should participate in a hackathon, and how to participate in a hackathon, how to present our phases of hackathon, what is the life cycle of hackathon, benefits of hackathon, whatever, everything we have seen. Now let's come to participating in a hackathon. So this is not just a session like I am delivering and you are just listening and going. I request every one of you just go and participate in any upcoming hackathon. There are call. Just form a think upon an idea, participate in hackathons, right? Now let's see some platforms to participate in hackathons where you can get absolute free of cost hackathons listed down over there. So the first thing is HackerEarth, MLH, DevFolio, Dare to Complete, DevForce, and hackathon.io, right? So there are many other platforms, but I prefer this. We prefer this six platforms. You can go over there. I'll share the PPT link after this session. So you can just go over these platforms and you can participate in a hackathon. You can form a team, and you can go with that, right? And or 2.0. Okay, so you can go and participate in this hackathon, and you can give it a try, and you can start your journey in hackathons with this hackathon. Okay, fine. Then let's hack now. Now let's participate in hackathons and let's make projects, right? So thank you guys. Thanks for listening to me. So over to you, Kamal.
We already have a lot of questions in the chat box as well as in the slides go, right? So we can take one by one. Like first, we'll start with the chat box. We'll cover the questions from there. Shall I present my screen or will we just read it out?
Yeah, I'll read out. Okay. Okay, have been hearing a lot about projects from a lot of people. What exactly do you mean by it, and what kind of projects are you referring to? Could you elaborate on it with some examples? So, Kamal, will you take this question?
Yeah, sure. Let's say you have learned a programming language. Okay, let's say, for example, even C++. There are lots of projects which you can build with C++ also. It can be a command line based project, or maybe using some graphics. I'll show some examples of that. I do have a C++ project using graphics. I will show that. Let's say you have learned Python and you want to create a website. So you can learn Django or even Flask, and you can create a short, a very small website. For example, you have attendance, right? To keep track of attendance, you need something. You can build a very short application based on Python and database using that. So these are just mini projects. Like if you consider as a main project, then you can say like we have the college website. It's huge. We have so many modules. We have the admission module, we have the examination module, we have the placement module. In that case, you can see that it's a huge project. But start by building mini projects and you can go on to the huge projects. I'll show you an example of the project which I made using C++. I'll present my screen. Okay, this question also will take it up. After this, I'll show the project which I done using C++. Do you have a WhatsApp group of Microsoft Club? No, we don't have any WhatsApp group as such. But we have created a Discord server which you could join and ask us questions and interact with us. Any doubts you have, you can ask us over there. We'll be dropping the links. Abhishek, can you drop the links? Okay, anyways, it's fine. I'll drop it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, sir, what's the use of participating in Microsoft Club? What is the use of joining this club? Well, you get to know what is happening in the industry on a day-to-day basis, and you can also know how to upskill yourself. Upskill in the sense how to learn new stuff, how to improve your coding stuff. That I've started recently, like where I've been posting one question per day, and you could solve it daily to improve your coding skills. That's another thing. Another thing is you can communicate with a lot of people. You get to know a lot of people, get to know what they know. You can learn from them, and that way peer-to-peer learning is there. So that's one of the use. Can I briefly explain about the innovative ideas? Like example, okay, that's a very good question. So we have the 3D TV, right? Initially, that was just considered as an idea. Actually, it was presented by one of the people in Chennai. One person in Chennai only presented that idea. They didn't think that at that time it was possible, but he now owns the patent, and whatever TV companies using 3D technologies, right? He's getting a part of it. So that's one such innovative idea. And we have now we do have 3D printers now, right? Which kind of print some 3D objects. That was first mentioned in one of the cartoon which you call as Doraemon, right? There they had the 3D printing stuff, which is in Japan. And interestingly, the company which built the 3D technology is from Japan. So there are lots of innovative ideas. It can be as simple as 3D printing and 3D TV, stuff like that. By joining this club, can we get into Microsoft as an STE? I can't promise that you can get, but if you put in some efforts on your own to learn, some coding skills, and let's say you get into competitive coding, but it's not like only through coding you have to get into Microsoft Club. There are lots of positions open in Microsoft company, so you can research on that and you can build your skills for that particular, skill or particular position. You can develop your skills and you can ask the existing Microsoft company people. Like you can use LinkedIn to search for that, and you can ask them like how to get into the company and what is the things you should do. You can ask them actually. Hacktoberfest. Well, I don't know. Like we can conduct something for the Hacktoberfest.
Yeah, sure. Next event, like we can take.
Yeah, the daily coding
for
thing can be
Hacktoberfest.
considered for Hacktoberfest. Like we can create a repo and get submissions from you guys on different languages. I guess.
Yeah.
What is the main thing we need to do in hackathon? Main thing is just participating actually. That's the main thing. Then only we can get exposed to a lot of stuff. One thing from my hackathon is
Just
that
as of now, yeah.
my hackathon,
Please
what
keep
I
going.
learned was I got to know what I do not know. Okay, so that you will be knowing only if you participate in hackathon. If we didn't, then we'll be same old person who is not aware of what is happening in the outside world. So after my first hackathon, which was conducted in our college, right? I started to learn about web development and got to explore different stuff on HTML, CSS, PHP, database, all the stuff. I explored only after I participated in hackathon. At that time, I only knew C and C++, nothing else. But after participating, I got to know what I do not know, and I started learning those stuff. So that's one thing. Sir, how to create our own website? Well, you can create your websites using HTML, CSS, and maybe even different JavaScript frameworks such as React, Angular. And if it is a static site, you can host it in GitHub actually. And GitHub in the sense, just you can host it using GitHub pages. So yeah, that's one thing. If it is a dynamic site which involves database, then you can go for hosting services such as Heroku, a 000 web host for PHP sites. So that's thing. What is a prerequisite to join this club? Well, all you have to do is you have to be a student of this college. That's the prerequisite. And you'll be getting some forms from the student development cell, and you have to fill the form. And based on that, the further things will be discussed and communicated. Now let me go over to this chat section and see what else we have. Okay, how can I join Microsoft Club? That we have discussed. Okay. Okay, I will share the Discord server thing. https://club-s4. You can join here and you can interact with us over there also. What else? How to join? Okay. For getting information regarding the club and interacting with us on a day-to-day basis, you can join the Discord server. Okay, and now I'll present my project which I have done using C++. I hope my screen is visible. Can one of you just confirm that?
Yes, you can. Visible only.
This IDE you might have seen in your college, I guess. Alt R and run. This is one of the projects which I built using C++, using Turbo C++ actually. And these are some of the colors which I created on my own. And we have the new user. We have already registered. To keep track of who is already registered and who is not, I am using the concept of files. I'm storing the user details in the files, and I'm doing it. For now, I'll show the admin module which I have done because the time is limited. So I'll go into the admin module. I also have the password thing. And as a two-factor authentication, I also have added a password lock actually. Let's say I'm clicking on done. See, this is only for the admins I have added this. This I did using C++, and that is Turbo C++ specifically. Yep, this is the pattern. And once the pattern is verified, it will take it to the administration page where I can add the questions, modify the existing questions. I can also play the quiz because this is a quiz application, so I can play the quiz. I can change the pattern also, and I can log out. And I can change my password because every user should be able to change their password, right? I will just play the sample quiz of just one topic. And since I had already played in this particular topic, I cannot play it again. So I will choose some other topic, which is science and technology. And here we have 9 questions, right? The thing is, only if you answer all the 9 questions, the 10th question will be visible. So maximum score you can get is 10,000 if all your answers are correct. I think this is Benedict's test. So if your question is correct, it will give a tick mark. And I cannot solve the same question again. Like if I click on that, you cannot answer it. Now let's go to the next question. and you can answer the question in any order. It's not like you have to go to 1, 2, and I can also go to ninth question and answer it. You can go in any order. What is the kind of? I think it is either potential energy or kinetic energy. And let's say I answer a question wrong, it will show a cross mark. I'll just okay. See, answer is LU, right? Okay, it will show a cross mark. And only minus point is I have to answer all the questions to exit this menu. That's the only thing. And this project I built when I was in class 11 and 12. In class 11, we didn't know the concept of files, so everything was happening in the memory. Like I used to store the user details in the memory, and once I closed the application, it used to vanish off. But in class 12, they taught us the concept of classes and files. So I implemented that in my project, and like everything is stored in the files now, whatever I am doing. And next, it will show the leaderboard. And it will ask like, do you want to play the quiz again? No, I don't. And I'm going to the admin page and I'm logging out. Once I log out, it will go to the main menu, which is this one. So I can also play as a guest user. Let's say you don't want to register and you just want to play the game. You can go as a guest user. In that case, it will randomly select a topic from the 8 topics and it will be asking it. So this is one of the projects which I built is in C++ and specifically Turbo C++. So it doesn't matter what language you know, try to build some project is what I'm trying to tell to you guys. Try building something. So can we use Java for everything? Yes, there are lots of libraries you can use. Let's say you want to use Java to build websites. We have Spring framework. You can use that. Let's say you want to build apps. Then we have this Android SDK. And you can build Android apps using that. Let me go to the chat and see if you have any questions. How many days it took to complete this project? Well, like I said, I did this project in class 11. In 11, I just implemented using the memory which is there, right? Instead of files, just the memory. So once I close the application, it will just clear off everything. And class 12, I implemented using files. So probably 2 years, you can say. But 2 years in the sense, it's not like I did it on a daily basis. Like if they, let's say the ma'am has announced a deadline 1 month before, right? I would be working on that, 1 month at that time when the ma'am announces, and I'll be implementing the features. Because class 12 is an important phase, right? You have to get good marks and learn stuff. Why didn't you use any database for login authentication? Well, I'm using files, right? Even the database is sort of a file only. Like it is getting stored somewhere in the form of a file. That file, I'm storing it in a binary file. So yeah, I do have a class, structure which has the user details. So it is through that only I am reading the user details. Okay, any other questions you might have? Until then, I'll just share the links then. Like I will be sharing the link in the Discord server, so you can join over there. I'll share that link again. I hope this is the link. Just cross check. Yes, it is. So we just started this daily coding thing where I will be, posting some questions. So initially I started this yesterday actually. So I will be, posting some easy questions in the beginning and will be moving on to some more difficult ones. So if you are into, if you want to improve your coding skills, make sure to join the server and ask us doubts. And if you are facing any issues while solving the questions, or let's say you have doubts on any matter, be it academic or college related or placement stuff, whatever it is, you can ask us in the server. If you're comfortable, you can ask over here also. Okay, till then, I'll share the feedback link, which you can fill to get this certificate for attending this particular event which we conducted today. So make sure to fill it properly, because whatever name you have filled in this, that's what will be done in the will be added in the certificate. And of course, we are using some automation tools to do that. Like first, we'll be creating the certificate in the Word document, and we use the concept of mail merge that is present in Microsoft Windows Word, and in that I'll be creating the certificates based on the Excel sheet. It will just take the names from the Excel sheet, it will put it in the Word document, and it will generate the certificates. And after that, what I do is I have a script which will split the certificate for me, and it will add your name in it. And once it adds the name, it will create all the PDF files separately. And once I have all the PDF files, I do have another Python script which will do the task. I'll share the link for that particular repo in the chat box as well. You can have a look at it. We do have a GitHub organization for our club, so make sure to check out that and using this particular link. Any other questions? Can you share the Discord server link too? Okay, sure, I'll share it. Can you explain that file login authentication? Sure. I'll present my screen and I'll explain it. Well, I have hosted the project in GitHub. If you are not familiar with GitHub, don't worry. We'll be conducting a session on how to use Git and GitHub very soon. So make sure to follow us on Instagram and join the Discord server for more updates. I'll share the things. Turbo CPP hyphen projects, I think. Not sure. So see, I have the C++ file. This is the main file which will actually run. You might think that it's very small. No, but see here I have all the files where I have declared the function for graphical stuff, and this is all using trial and error only. Nobody taught me all this stuff, and I learned using the default thing which is present in the the Turbo C++ compiler. Like if you right click, it will have the help. Let's say I want to know about string copy function. So right click and all you have to do is strcpy, and it will show like what that particular function does, and it will also show me like how to use that particular function. If I scroll down, it also has an example on how to do that. So I was just using this particular feature to learn the graphic stuff also. Like we have, let me just give right click again. We have graphics.h header file in Turbo C++. So in that we have so many functions which will do so many stuff. So to I just went through all this stuff, and based on my project, whatever was needed, I used it. And they have also given an example code. So all I did was copy paste and run the code and see what it does. And based on that, I learned what to do through trial and error, and I did this particular project. So let me just quickly close this application. Alt X. I'll search for login. The login is a function actually. First, I'm signing it up. That is the main stuff. So after signing, we'll be verifying the user. So it is user verification screen. I'm using that particular function. Let me just zoom in a little bit. I think this is too much now. Let me just zoom up. Okay. First, what I'm doing is I'm using a structure called n user, which I have defined in user.h. Let me just open this in a new tab. Control X. I have defined that particular user here. Like I have my own class for storing the user details, which is the user. That is the structure which I'm using, and I'm checking, if that particular user is already existing in the database. By database, what I mean is I mean a binary file, which has an extension .dat. I'm using binary files because it is much more faster than the usual text files. Binary, right? The computer understands binary very easily, so I'm using binary files because of that reason. And if the user is already existing, what I'm doing is I'm redirecting him to his particular menu. If the user is a gamer, I'll be showing only the quiz stuff. Only that stuff I'll be showing him. And if he's an admin, right? First, I'll be asking him to do the pattern log. For that only, I have this mlog function, which will ask the admin to do the pattern. Once the admin does that, I'll be showing him the admin stuff, like the admin menu which you saw, right? That I'll be showing to the admin. And let's say if he's a gamer, I'll be just showing him the quiz game alone. So every user has a unique ID. I'll show that as well. Like here, if you see, we have this email ID, right? For each user, definitely the email ID is going to be different, because one user will have only one email ID. But there are some cases where we create multiple accounts. That's the separate thing. But usually for one user, one mail ID. So I'm keeping track of users based on that. So once the user types in the valid email address and password, whatever he gave while registering, right? I'll be just logging him in, and I'll be redirecting him to his particular menu. See, if he's a gamer, I'll be showing him gamer stuff. If the email ID is present, but the password is wrong, so I'll be redirect him to the forgot password menu. So everything I have used functions and classes to modularize the entire project, and that's the recommended way actually. Instead of having everything in one file, it's better to split it across different files for each purpose. Because that's what I did. For questions, I have a separate file where I have a structure to store the questions. And initially, I'm just storing it in the memory, and I'll be writing it to the file. Like if I scroll down, yeah, see, I'm writing it to the file using loop. So yeah, that's how I do it. Any other questions? So we filled the Google form many days ago. Will that be enough to join the club? Yes, that is more than enough. We just got the form responses from the student development cell. You will be getting a confirmation mail from our end as well. Like, you have been into the club. So don't worry about that. Will there be any further screening? No, there won't be any further screening. But we are planning to recruit some core team members who will help us with the poster designing, the Instagram handle. So maybe for that we'll be having some sort of screening process. But don't worry, we'll be informing all this stuff in our Instagram pages and the Discord server. So please send the GitHub link. Sure, just a minute, I'll send that. GitHub link for what? For that particular project? No, for the particular project, I have just made it private because it is the project which I made a long time ago. So I haven't made it public yet. For Microsoft Club, you can refer to this particular repo and see the code which we use to send the mails. And maybe you can also use it in your day-to-day stuff if you need it.
Yes, Kamal.
I hope you all
Yes.
fill the feedback form. If not, I'll just share it again. Make sure to fill it to get the certificate for attending this event. That's it from my end, sir. You can continue, sir.
Yes, thank you so much, Kamal and Abhishek, and I think two other our team members also. So they too worked for this event to become a successful. Actually, today is my last hour for this second year. Okay, so in online class, so only I just change the timetable little bit because I finished the portion also. So this is interesting thing because last day, if ask us anything, next semester definitely day two will involve a lot for our club activity. Okay, so thank you so much to Kamal and Abhishek, to other team members of Microsoft Club also. So actually, this semester is very special because already new core team members, they alerted, they worked well, and they renovated the club successfully. Especially created a new YouTube channel, Instagram page, and a LinkedIn also. So it's a good beginning for us to renovate the club, so that now many students will know about it, especially because of this session. So definitely many students will join to us in Microsoft Club also. It's a good thing, and special thanks to Kamal Sharma and Abhishek because they take us this task and they handled it perfectly. Okay, so special thanks to people and thanks to all students also who attended this session, and especially a lot of queries you also posted, because without your queries this session is nothing. Okay, because of your queries only we can able to run this last half an hour, last 30 minutes. So I want to see more Kamal Sharma, more Abhishek Singh from secondary students also. Okay, so almost third semester is over. You have to take over from them because Kamal Sharma is finally a student. He going to leave us soon, very soon, within a semester. So you people need to take over him, take over from them, and so that's my request as a club coordinator. So yes, so thank you, Kamal, thank you, Abhishek, for your valuable time. So I know you people also having review. I think for Kamal Sharma, review completed.
Yes, sir. It was yesterday, sir.
Yesterday, okay. They completed. He completed zero to you, and Abhishek Singh, I think placement orientation is going for him. Placement training is going for him.
Yes,
So
sir.
he
Yes, sir.
missed it today's session, and he joined for us. Okay, so because of that event. Okay, so likewise, you people also need to voluntarily you have to initiate because this they know this importance of the club events, because as a final year student, Kamal Sharma know because he attended many. I think you placed Kamal.
Yes, sir. I have offers from two
Ah,
companies, sir.
yeah, okay. He got the two offers also. Okay, so later we will call him for giving placement orientation to when you're coming to third year or final year. Okay, so yes, that's it for from today. And so thank you, Kamal. Thank you, Abhishek, and thank to other students also who nicely interacted with me last 3 months. I think today is our last theory class for software engineering. Okay, so thank you so much for the cooperation, and thank you so much for interacting a lot, because otherwise it will be very tough for me to speak 1 hour continuously without your interaction. But you people interacted well. Okay, so because I'm handling for final years also, I know how they will interact. So I only will interact for final year students, but for second year students, you people interacted very well. Okay, even I went and meet few people also in physical class. So thank you so much for your cooperation. So next semester, if I had a chance, definitely I will take E1 section. Okay. Yes, thank you all. So thank you, Kamal, and thank you, Abhishek also.
Thank you, sir. For
Welcome,
further
sir.
questions, join the Discord server and ask because the time is this is the break time. So take a break. So if you have any questions, make sure to join the Discord server and ask us over there. That's it from my end.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ram. Thank you, Abhishek.
Thanks, sir.
So you are giving some hospital